Well, hello. You're listening to the Queens of the Blues podcast with me, Gina Coleman, from the band Misty Blues. This podcast celebrates the prolific female blues music from the early 20s to present times. This show, entitled That's How I Roll, is curated by the great Sunday Wilde. I've been long-distance friends with the Canadian blues goddess for several years. Misty Blues was competing at the International Blues Challenge in Memphis in 2019, and she was the person that informed the band from Canada that we made it to the finals. All right, Sunday, what's new up north?
Thanks so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. What's new up north? Well, I'm in northern Canada, a place called Thunder Bay. And of course, like all of us everywhere have been dealing with so many changes. And I've been very busy this past summer playing little festivals all around my area, which is very cool. Had a lot of fun, went camping, played some music, met up with friends, and that's always so much fun. I do really miss touring, but unfortunately, it's not a thing that I can manage right now. I sure hope that will start up again at some point. And I'm looking forward right now to try to do some more writing over the winter and hopefully work on my 10th album, possibly. We'll see. I know you're always busy doing music and you have so many albums and you inspire so many people too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I just wanted to let you know that. So,
oh, thanks.
Yes.
You are too kind. Okay. Well, let's start with your first selection for this episode. You're offering up something by fellow Canadian blues artist Deborah Power. Tell us why why you selected one of Deborah's numbers for this episode, which also happens to be the title track of this podcast.
I chose a few songs for this podcast of other women. You asked me to pick women, and of course I have a lot of women artists that I'm a fan of, and I'm lucky to have them as friends. So this next song, Deborah Power, That's How I Roll, is a song that I chose because Deborah and I are friends in Canada as blues sisters. She supported me in so many ways, not just with music, but as a friend and vice versa. Oh, I'm going to cry right now. Met her a few years back in Toronto when I was with my partner Reno at a blues conference. And then we just hit it off. And I've helped her, do a little bit of her music promo, like with some artwork when I was during the pandemic.
Nice.
And this song I have at 6:11 a.m. on my alarm clock. And I wake up to Deborah Power. So it's really cool because I hear my friends singing. And the other thing that Deborah and I, we lost a good friend of ours, Harp Dog Brown, not long ago. And we really, talked to each other during that time too. We were both so upset. He was a big part of our lives. So this is Deborah Power. That's how I roll.
In the last minute, I always wave to the person who let me cut in, just to let them know how much I dig it. And if I'm out in a restaurant picking up my check, I always leave a little more than they would expect, don't you know? 'Cause that's how I roll. I always hold the door open for whoever comes behind. It's not a big deal, and I really don't mind. And if I see somebody who might need a hand, I offer my help and do whatever I can. If I'm in line behind someone who doesn't have enough, I'll pull out my wallet, pay for all that stuff, don't you know? 'Cause that's how I roll. They say that what goes around is sure to come around on you. But it might be too late They say that what goes around is sure to come around on you. But it might be too late, then there's not a whole lot you can do. So you can take it or you can leave it, but I don't give a damn if you don't believe it now, just so you know. That's how I roll. Whoa, 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 whoa. 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 That's how I roll. That's how I roll.
That is so good. All right, Sunday, what's your next selection for us today?
The next song I chose was Little Mixed Up. It's a classic. And so many great artists have covered this song by
Yes,
Betty
yes.
James. And I chose this song because back in that time, I'm not sure exactly when it was recorded, she didn't really record too many songs. But every one of them is so cool. And, I'm an advocate of recording. I love recording. And I wish Betty James would have recorded a lot more music.
Yeah.
But nobody comes close to her version. And it's really a commentary about being in love, but you're kind of mixed up about being in love. Man, that happens too many times. To me, anyways. But that's why I'm a writer. I enjoy the experience of it and trying to write something. And I'm not sure actually who wrote this song even, but it's a great song.
Well, I think Betty James wrote this song with trombonist Clarence Johnson. And I agree with you. Betty James's original version of this song is the best. So let's give a listen to I'm a Little Mixed Up.
Said goodbye, but I know now that just was a lie. I'm a little mixed up over you. Yes, I'm just a little mixed up, darling. I don't know what to do. Now you said you love me, give me stars up above. I thought show daddy I had all your love. I'm just a little mixed up over you. I'm just a little mixed up and I don't know what to do. Now we used to walk and talk, darling, jump and sing, but I know now you don't mean me a thing. I'm just a little mixed up over you. Oh, I'm just a little mixed up and I don't know what to do. Mixed up fool, mixed up all because of you. I'm a little mixed up over you. Yes, I'm just a little mixed up and I don't know what to do. Now you just listen, yeah, daddy, what I have to say. If you don't wanna be on my way, I'm just a little mixed up over you. Yes, I'm just a little mixed I don't know what to do. Now you just listen, yeah, Daddy, won't you come on home? I'm sitting here crying, darling, all alone. I'm just a little mixed up about you. Yes, I'm just a little mixed up, and I don't know what to do.
I'm not mixed up about that tune. That tune is wonderful. All right, so I see you have a number by Mabel Lewis Smith from Jackson, Tennessee, better known as Big Maybelle. Why this particular selection?
For any blues lovers out there who have not heard Big Maybelle, that is one reason why I fell in love with blues. When I was about 14 years old, I used to go to the library and take out vinyl records and bring them home and record them on cassette back in that time frame. And I had this Big Maybelle cassette for years, and then I lost it. And I could not find it. And then the internet came along, and then you could find this old music again. So I was been a big fan since I was 14 years old. Fun. She was a great singer, performer. And Such a Cutie is this song, and it always reminds me of my kids. So, and any little kid really, but I have two sons, so they love that song as well. I expose them to that. And so please check out other Big Maybelle music. It's great.
Yes, it is great. So let's give a listen to Such a Cutie.
You're such a cutie, you're such a cutie. You're not a snooty, you know the score. And I love you, really love you. All the more. I love to kiss you, I love to hug you. I'll be around, you say you do. I will never, no, I'll never make you blue. You're such a good cutie. You hardly ever make me cry. If anybody tries to hurt you, that's the day I lay down and die. You're such a cutie. You're such a cutie. My sweet patootie, you're not a bore. Oh, I love you. How I love you even more. If anybody try to hurt you, there's a day I lay down and die. Oh, you're such a cutie, you're such a cutie. My sweet patootie, you know the score. I love you, love you even more, even more. You're such a
cutie. Such a cutie. All right, Sunday. What's your next selection for us today?
The next song I chose for the podcast was a Ruth Brown song, Love Contest. Now, this song is particularly important to me personally because I worked and was in love with and shared my life with for a few years a fellow named Reno Jack. And that was the first song we sang together when we first met. He's like, do you know any Ruth Brown? And I'm like, yeah. And he started playing in his upright bass this Ruth Brown song, and I started singing it. And we did record it later on, but Ruth Brown was a very big part of how Reno and I connected, and I'll always be grateful for her. I got a chance to see her down in Duluth, the Duluth Blues Festival. I drove one year all the way from Canada down all by myself.
Wow.
Sat there, cried in the audience. She said, does anybody have any requests. And I yelled up a request, and she looked at me and she said, "You're too young to know that song." Please check out Ruth Brown. She's got quite a few songs and very inspirational to many, many, many blues women singers and artists.
Yeah, including myself. Ruth Brown is one of the 4 queens Misty Blues celebrates in our Queens of the Blues tribute show. So let's give a listen to Love Contest.
Well, me and my baby had a love contest. Yes, me and my baby had a love contest. 'Cause we just had to find out who could love the best. The contest started as the clock struck 10. Yes, started as the clock struck 10. And I said to my baby, may the best love win. And I just love a love contest. I really do. I swear I do. I just love a love contest. I really do. Lord knows I do. 'Cause it brings out all the love in you and your baby too. Each kiss I'd give him, he would give me 3. Each kiss I'd give him, he would give me 3. Well, you just should have seen him trying to outlove me. I really do, Lord knows I do, 'cause it brings out all the love in you and your baby too. We had much loving as we both could stand. We had much loving as we both could stand. When the contest was over, my baby shook my hand.
I love Ruth Brown. Okay, Sunday, what's next?
Hit You Back by Misty Blues. You know, this has all the pieces of awesome songs, swampy, great vocals, and the lyrical subject matter is awesome because it's basically being appreciative of somebody that has been helping, but you're not ready to hit them back yet with the helping back. But as we all know, sometimes you can help and help and help, and it comes back in other ways. Not everybody has stuff to give, but they have time. That's why I love this song so much.
Oh.
It's about just being grateful for the help. And when you speak it that way, I'll hit you back. I'll hit you back. That means you're going to someday. Yep. Great tune.
Oh, thank you
and
so
also,
much.
I've known Misty Blues Band for a while now, way from a distance, but I just want to say thank you so much for your friendship from a distance. We've had a few little experiences on the internet. So thank you.
No, thank you. Now, so this Hit You Back is off of our 11th album, One Louder, which was released earlier this year. And I'm really moved that you have selected this tune. All right, Let's give a listen to Hit You Back.
You know I'll hit you back when I'm on track, you see. I've had a long, hard road to travel till I'm free. Ooh, yeah. If nothing's questioned, you're to blame. There's no winning without some pain, but I'll hit you back when I'm on track, you see. You know it's never easy on your own, it's the truth. Early lessons taught by my Grandma Ruth. Oh yeah. She worked her knuckles to the bone, had 3 gigs and was never home. Oh, it's never easy on your own, it's the truth. Is a fleeting thought at best. If I let it ride on that, I'll need a life vest. Oh, yeah. With the buoyancy of a rock, it's ill-fated, I'll surely drop. I'll tell ya, good fortune is a fleeting thought at best. You know I got a plan to turn this around for sure. I'll only take on paths that I can endure. Stop fighting more than I can chew. Just settle in and sing my blues, 'cause I got a plan to turn this around for sure. Somebody more than I can chew. I'll just settle in, boys, and sing my blues, 'cause I got a plan to turn this around for sure. Got a plan to turn this around for sure. Got a plan to turn this around for sure.
Okay, well, I'm going to turn the tables on you. I want to offer up one of my favorite Sunday Wilde tunes. So this one is off of your album, Peace in Trouble. And aside from the wonderfully unique quality of your voice, it's honestly, it's as if Ma Rainey and Billie Holiday had a love child. I love a good haunting blues number, and that clarinet just marries with your voice to make magic. So why don't you cue up this next tune?
Home to Mama. It's actually a Willie Dixon tune, but I want to try to record and rearrange, if I can, a Willie Dixon song on every one of my albums, and I've done it a few times. But this, to pay homage to the history of blues and past writers who have talked about different subject matters, and also bring a little bit of a modern perspective, and maybe, from where I live. Now, I chose this song because I think back in the day it was talking about tuberculosis in the song. But my experience where I live is there's very, very many people that live on the streets here. Daily, I see it. Close encounters, friends. It's a sad, painful existence. And, in the community, we try to help so much, but sometimes it's just not enough. Oh, I'm going to cry. I've seen it so many times. Anyways, I recorded this song in my living room during the pandemic, and it was very hard to do. My last album, called Peace in Trouble. And Mac Given is playing clarinet on this song, and he's recently passed away. So I want to give a shout out to him and his spirit, because I always wanted clarinet on one of my recordings, and he turned it into a very sullen, cool song. Lex Riley's, I believe, playing trombone on this one as well. So thank you so much. And I hope you can check out my other music too. I have it all up on Bandcamp. And thanks so much for having a chit chat.
Well, thanks for coming on the show with me. And absolutely, people need to check out your music because it's fantastic. Here's Home to Mama.
Somebody tell my mom, please tell her what I've done. Somebody tell my mom, please tell her what I have done. Tell her my health is failing me. Sorry I didn't do the things I said. Tell her I'm so sorry I didn't do the things I said. Now I'm laying here crying, Mama, this could be my dying bed. Tell all the friends I had now
There's a reason why I had Sunday on this show. She's fantastic. Please look out for her music wherever you consume your music. You'll find her, Sunday Wilde. That's all for this episode. Many thanks again to Sunday Wilde for sharing some of her favorite female blues songs. Don't forget to check out Misty Blues and our Queens of the Blues tribute show whenever possible. Here are some upcoming dates, which you can get more details on through our website, www.mistybluesband.com. On Saturday, September 24th, Misty Blues will be performing in the Fresh Grass Music Festival held at Mass Mocha in North Adams, Massachusetts. We're on the bill with Gary Clark Jr. and the legendary Taj Mahal. Our next Queens of the Blues tribute show is at Chan's Egg Roll Jazz and Blues in Woonsocket, Rhode Island on October 1st. And the following Queens of the Blues show is at the GE Theater in Schenectady, New York on October 15th. So once again, this is Gina Coleman and the Queens of the Blues podcast. Until next time, be well and God bless.